The following is a presentation of Santa Monica College.
Welcome, and thank you for tuning into Green Conscious. I'm Jessica Pedroso.
And I'm Ty Brownlee.
Today we have a special guest, Ferris Kawar, Manager for Santa Monica College Department of Sustainability.
We also have with us Yendi Arizu, a local recycle designer who will show us how to design a lampshade from recycled bottles and spoons.
Let's check in with Yendi.
Hey guys, my name is Yendi Arizu and I'm the recycle art designer from Santa Monica. I will make diverse art pieces from everyday recycled materials. Today I will show you how you can return a simple water bottle into something beautiful that you can use in a household, especially in a lampshade. Here we are the materials that we will use. A glue gun, a plastic tablespoons, knife, scissors, a water bottle, and a lampshade.
Thank you, Yendi. We can't wait to see the end result. Water consumption in California has risen amid the worst drought the state has seen in nearly 4 decades. With the issue being so big, the California water regulators voted in Sacramento to approve fines of up to $500 a day for residents who waste water on lawns, landscaping, and car washing. Major water conservation techniques are being put into effect, including the denial of sending water from the state's vast reservoir systems to any local agencies, which will in turn affect the drinking water supplies of up to 25 million people, as well as 1 million acres of farmland.
Let's welcome in Ferris Kawar.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us today. Can you talk a little bit about what your position is at Santa Monica College?
Sure. I actually am new to the college. I just started a month ago. I'm the new sustainability project manager, which entails quite a bit. There's quite a history of developing sustainable programs at the college. For over the last 20 years, they've had different varying levels of sustainability developing on the campus. They have, first of all, there's plenty of clubs. There's 4 different student-run eco clubs. There's a bike club, a garden club, Eco Action Club, Plastic Free SMC. So I kind of manage all of those students doing different events. But then there's also curriculum. So we have certificate programs in solar installation and recycling and resource management. Those are pretty new. Those have only been around for a couple of years. But those are really kind of growing. We have an associate's degree in environmental studies. We have so I also help teachers who want to green their curriculum. I help come up with ideas for inserting sustainability examples into the curriculum. Mm-hmm. And since I was first on campus 14 years ago, I actually started out working at Santa Monica College. Have gone off on many different directions, and now I'm actually coming back to the college, which is really neat. But it's really neat to also see how things have grown. So, now there are 60 teachers that have some type of green, curriculum going on. A lot of the teachers offer a sustainable living workshop to students so that they can get extra credit by going through a 9-week class that just teaches the students how to conserve water and energy and reduce the chemical exposure that they have, figure out different transportation modes, reduce their waste, figure out how to shop, a little bit more responsibly. So there's that program I also oversee, which is run through an organization called Sustainable Works. Let's see, there's a bike share program that the city is going to be launching in about a year, or hopefully by the end of the year. And we're going to have several stations on our campus where people can rent a bike, go off campus, or go in between campuses, or pick up a bike from a train or bus line and ride it to school and then ride it back. So
that's a great idea.
Yeah.
So I heard you mention something about water consumption. Now, that being said, what is your opinion on the recent drought that has hit Southern California?
Well, 14 years ago when I was working with Sustainable Works, teaching residents how to conserve water and energy and do all these things, we were talking about all of the issues that are finally in the media right now. You know, doing the little things around the house, like turning off the tap when you're brushing your teeth or washing your hands, reducing the amount of time you're in the shower, using water twice if you can, not washing your car in the street, not hosing off the driveway. You know, doing all those. They're little and big things, all the way up to putting in rain barrels and cisterns and taking out your lawn and all those things we were talking about when we weren't in a big drought, 14 years ago. But knowing that we live in a place where we shouldn't be using the water the way we've gotten used to using it. Exactly. And now it's great to see that the media is finally paying attention and staying focused on this topic, because it really is the issue of our day and finally is getting its respect. And people are, paying attention. And, the thing that heartens me is that in years past, when we have gone through droughts, when the governor or municipalities ask residents, hey, please conserve, we need to get to 10% reduction of water, people do it. They really come together and step up and do what they've been asked. Now we're asking them to get to 20% in Santa Monica. And I know that seems ambitious to a lot of people, and that, boy, that's going to be really tough, but I know that they can do it, and I'm sure they're going to step up once again. But to people like me who have been conserving water for many years, it's really not a big deal. Like, I'm not affected by it very much. I feel like it's the same when gas prices go up to $4. It's not really affecting me because I don't drive that much. Yeah, once in a while I have to fill up my tank, maybe once a month, but it's not stinging me every single time. So it's kind of the same with water.
I'm curious, do you think that the plastic bottling plants contribute to the drought at all? Or?
Well, yeah, I mean they play a role where they are the plastic water bottle industry is able to suck up our water and fill it in their bottles and sell it in our stores and reap a profit from something they're getting for virtually nothing. And studies show that the water is really not any safer or cleaner than what we get from our municipal water sources. And in fact, our municipal water sources are tested beyond what people can comprehend. I mean, they're really stringent. So people should really feel a lot safer with their water and realize that if you were measuring water and pricing it the same way we price gasoline by the gallon, we're paying more for water than we are for a gallon of gas. Okay. Yet we complain all the time about a gallon of gas. And people go to the grocery store and just load up case by case of water that they could be getting for nearly free. And they're already paying for that because we pay for it in our taxes. So yeah, it does bother me that the bottled water companies are using the water. Also the fracking companies. The oil and gas industry is using a lot of water in their extraction process, and then it comes out pretty contaminated. And now they're looking at, well, how's that contaminated water being used for irrigation, even though it's being cleaned up? Are there concerns? So exactly. There are a lot of concerns about industry using water at the expense of others.
And when we're buying plastic bottles, we're really just paying for the plastic bottle itself. Mm-hmm. Not so much for the water, because water itself is free. Yeah, or should be. And
we have one of our clubs on campus is Plastic Free SMC, and they're doing an event on campus on Thursday between 11 and 2 to get plastic, to help reduce the amount of plastic water bottles that are being generated, at least on campus. You know.
Great, great.
How big of an impact has this club made, like during recent times since it started up?
Well, you know, right now we have about 18 hydrating stations on campus where you can go and not just, you know, go to a drinking fountain, but you can go and refill a water bottle.
Oh, yeah.
So
I've seen
those are all over campus. Some are newer than others, but they all do the same thing. They've got the associated students are now giving almost, you know, every student who wants an associated student who wants a water bottle, they're giving them out, so that they're taking away the barriers for why people might not switch away to reusable water bottles. You know,
Exactly.
first you need a place to fill it up because we all should be hydrating, right?
Exactly.
But you need a water bottle, so they're giving them the water bottles. They're showing them where to fill up, and, you know, trying to educate people on why they really should cut the cord and stop buying plastic water bottles, and, you know, educating what happens to the bottles, you know, when they go to get recycled. It's kind of an ugly process. They're traveling halfway around the globe to be turned into, you know, something else, and not turning back into a water bottle. It's being downcycled. It's not even being recycled. But, you know, none of it's happening here in the U.S. So, you know, when we think, oh, well, I recycle them, that's, you know, there's a lot of pollution that goes into the recycling process. So by avoiding it in the first place, that's really the best choice, instead of, you know, feeling good that you're just recycling it. So.
Completely. Can you explain a little bit about what downcycling is?
Sure, yeah.
Good,
So
though.
recycling is when you take a product like a glass bottle or a aluminum can, and you finish it, you go to recycle it, it goes into a process where it can be turned back into a glass bottle or an aluminum can. And that process is simply like melting that item down to a molten metal or molten glass, and it's like 1400 degrees Fahrenheit. It purifies it, so any impurity gets burned off. You don't have to worry about using it for food storage again. But in plastics, if you tried to heat something up to burn off all the impurities, you're going to burn up the plastic, right? So you can't get it to that level of cleanliness typically. So they chip it and they wash it, and then they'll melt it down to be used in another product, but generally it's not food grade products, right? So it can be used again, but it can't be used for this exact same thing, and the plastic just does degrade the quality of the plastic over time. It's not going to be as strong. Whereas aluminum and glass and other, you know, steel, those can be used forever, recycled.
Okay.
Well, before we finish up today, I'd like to ask you one thing. How do you think we as a community can improve upon our local farming?
Wow, you know, I love the idea. At Santa Monica College, we have a organic learning garden. We have 14 plots where students and faculty, staff, anyone who wants to start growing their own food is given a really nice size spot where they can grow whatever they want. They get assistance from our students, our student gardeners. There's a master gardener who is a faculty who helps teach classes there. So the students are helping anyone figure out what to plant, when to water, when to harvest, and that's great, because I think it can be a little intimidating to start gardening. But when you do it with friends, you get you get all the support. They kind of take away the intimidation factor. So that's just one thing that we're doing. The other day during Earth Week, we did a students feeding students afternoon, where we had students go around to the farmers market the weekend before and ask them to donate any unsold produce, and we picked it all up, kept it refrigerated over the weekend, and bagged it all up. Or we actually spread it around and gave everyone bags who came to the farmers market, and they were able to shop for free. at our farmers market, right? And it
great.
was 150 students plus that we were able to feed that day, and it was really fun because students aren't typically choosing to go get that super fresh produce, and understanding the difference in flavor when you're eating something that's grown
Totally.
properly and in season. So it was really fun to see that, and we just think that urban farming is a necessity because we need to reduce the amount of miles that our food travels. Currently, it's over 1,300 miles that our food travels to get to market. So
Wow.
we want to see more urban farming and bring it closer and closer. Use lots that are empty and give maybe the landowner some incentive to let people farm on that land until they sell it and develop it. Maybe finding those small little plots of land all over, all over the place. I mean, we even look at our own Santa Monica College footprint, and there's plenty of space that we might be able to be using.
Definitely.
Maybe get some into our
Urban farming, definite must.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
Well, I think that's all the time we have today. Thank you so much for visiting us today.
yeah,
And
you're welcome.
your day.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us. We also have a reporter visit one of the local Santa Monica farmer markets where they got to interview a local beef farmer. Let's take a look.
My name's Jeff Erb. I run Energy Bee Farm. When I was a kid, I went and visited my brother who was living up in Oregon, who was just getting started with bees. And I caught what's called bee fever. You either really, really fall in love with it or you absolutely hate it. It's just kind of one of those things. You got to be willing to get stung, and you got to be willing to work in the heat with a bee suit on. And so it's, a lot of people don't enjoy it. I fell in love with it, and I came back to LA. I started building beehives in my backyard, and my dad, who was really into woodworking, joined with me, and we started doing it together. And we did it for 35 years. The farmers market venues have given us the ability to sell at a higher price. So it has helped out beekeepers a lot who are able to get into farmers markets. I think local farming is very, very important because eat products that are produced close to you. I think it's very beneficial as far as health purposes. If you eat honeys, for instance, that are produced close to you, you are eating the pollens that are suspended in that honey, which helps to fight airborne hay fever allergies. And you're getting, natural enzymes from the bees, and it's just an all-around better thing for your body, for your health.
Let's see how the process of the recycled lampshade is coming along.
So far I had cut the top of the bottle and the spoons. Now I'm gluing the pieces of the bottle on the water.
We also sent a camera crew to the recent Earth Week festivities at Santa Monica College and asked the students what they know about sustainability and the water crisis. Let's see what they had to say.
The garden started 10 years ago, actually. Started by the associated students. They invested on all this area, this whole space. One of the main purposes of the clothes, aside from growing our own food, is talking about how food insecurity shouldn't be happening in our local community, and also building community within our Santa Monica faculty and students. Well, recently we just harvest our carrots, and when I was younger I never liked eating them because I don't know, they just tasted weird to me. But now that I'm growing them, and now that I actually pull them out of the soil, the smell of them, it's great, and once you eat them, they taste so delicious, like more than better than organic, honestly. Farmers markets and from our garden, we're harvesting as much food as possible, and we're giving it out for free to students.
We need to take care of our planet before it's too late, and everybody has to participate. It's not only one person's job.
To help the planet stop littering and recycling and
using organic stuff, not letting the businessmen who have power in the industry.
Well, I try to recycle as much as I can. Like for the water, for example, at my house, we definitely stopped watering our lawn. So it's like all dead, and I feel very proud of it.
It's just how much water we're wasting every day. We don't even really pay attention to it. It's just kind of a natural thing. Something as small as brushing your teeth, you just leave the water on. We're wasting water.
Try not to exaggerate on your showers too, you know? Take only a certain amount of time you need to take a shower.
I don't know, just spread the word, and I mean, one spark starts a fire, so you can tell your friends, tell your family to do the same, and you can slowly stop a drought.
Wow, look at that. It's so cute.
Yeah, it looks great.
That is very simple and fun way to recycle and be creative. You can also cut the patterns on the paper and then trace it on spray paint to make it all kits and beautiful patterns.
Well, thank you for that, Yendif. That'll be all for us this week.
Next week, we'll be talking about animal rescues and shelters.
Don't forget to tune in for more Green Conscious.
Thank you and have a great day.